Trump claims that school education is, quote, mostly transgender these days. Former U.S. President and current Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump has once again made controversial and unverified claims about the U.S. education system, pushing a right-wing anti-transgender narrative. His latest remarks this week, made during an interview with former advisor Kellyanne Conway on her Fox News show, Here's the Deal with Kellyanne Conway, have sparked widespread criticism, according to Huffington Post. Trump said, and I quote, "We want reading, writing, and arithmetic. Right now, you have mostly transgender. Everything's transgender. Some of these school programs, I looked at it the other night. They're destroying our country," end quote. It remains unclear what specific school programs Trump was referring to or what he believes these alleged transgender curriculums entail. This is not the first time Trump has made incendiary claims about transgender individuals in schools. In September, during a Moms for Liberty event, he falsely claimed that students are undergoing gender-affirming surgeries during school hours. Trump's statements have been thoroughly debunked by medical professionals and educators, who emphasize that schools do not perform any type of gender-affirming surgeries. In fact, many schools struggle to afford basic supplies like textbooks, let alone complex medical equipment. Even Moms for Liberty co-founder Tiffany Justice admitted that Trump's claims were false, though she defended him for raising the issue of social transition in schools. Well, this is not the first time we've had a huge discrepancy in what he talks about. But you know, I look at it this way. I'm in school currently, and I think we need to start seeing any quotes that are given in it. I'd like to see in an APA 7th edition format some citations, and if he can make sure they are scholarly approved, you know, or peer-reviewed articles, that would be great. But until then, I can't listen to it.
Yeah. Did you catch that? Even Moms for Linoleum co-founder Tiffany Justice admitted that Trump's claims are false. You know it's serious when one demented STI cesspool calls out another demented STI cesspool.
Yeah, no, I can't agree more. I think, you know, this is a divisive issue, right? It's meant to divide our country. You know, he's trying to win this election, and he'll use anyone at any cost. And it's a shame. It's a shame that, you know, that he's picking something like transgendered youth, right? Or individuals who, you know, who are questioning their gender identity. And it's hurtful. It's very, very hurtful. And shame on the conservative movement, who is supposed to be about protecting people, right? And, you know, and protecting safety of our country. And yet they're doing the exact opposite. There are these interesting IG videos out there now where, you know, parents are like talking to their young son and saying, hey, go to school, be safe or whatever. And then the son comes back and he's a trans youth, and like he's a transgender female then, right? But these IGs are meant to mimic like Trump, and saying that excuse my French, this is not happening. Like what are you doing?
I mean, he can barely afford books.
Listen, it sounded so interesting to me. He's like, there's all this transgender school, and I'm thinking, I want to go to that school. That sounds like a lot of fun. Like, I don't know what this is, but it sounds pretty interesting to me. Listen, this guy, the fact that they allow this guy to say the things that he says, no one else in this country would be able to say things like that, right? That dangerous, that hurtful. We talk about suicide in our community. We talk about all these things. For him to be so flippant, right? But we also know that this is his MO. Why? To control his base. The sad part to me is those dummies that listen to him, they start getting on Facebook going, you see, they're like doing surgery in school. It's like, how, what?
They don't question.
Pretty frightening, which is why the rest of you have to go out and vote, because otherwise those people will be in charge of your life.
You know, Paul, you said something that's pretty interesting. Paul, the fact that, you know, you mentioned suicide, and that this is a real issue.
This is very real.
It's a real issue. And, you know, the Trevor, you know, Project is one amazing organization who deals with a lot of young people who are, you know, considering and contemplating suicide. But even here in South Florida, I know, talking to some partners here that do this work, we've seen a lot of individuals, young people coming in, talking about this issue, you know?
Oh,
So I think it's really, really important. These issues are real to our community, and we need people to get out and vote. So registration closes Monday, October 7th. So if you're not registered, please register. Like
Clock is ticking.
this election's really critical for our community.
Register,
and to all you new gay people who just moved here from New York and Chicago and other places.
They don't need your vote.
Get
We need it here.
registered here. Like,
And
we
just
could
go to
flip
the
it up.
Save website and vote for those people. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to know about it. You don't have time for all of that. Just pull up save.org. They have a whole list of endorsements. All those people have been vetted. They're safe for our community. And you vote. You have to vote.
This is a consequential election. We need you to vote.
Yeah.